Hey guys, what's up? It's Merc here from Bullshit Games, and today is another Quest for Gaming at College. This time around, we're fresh back from spring break, 1 week in, and we have some interesting news in both D&D and Dark Heresy, and some other bits that we'll get to at the end of the video. First of all, our D&D campaign is getting to be rather interesting now. I like it a bit better now that we're out of the dungeon. Not that I mind dungeon delving, but a lot of times I prefer it if it's more, mission oriented. And we're actually having to work together as a team and try to get things done. Which Monday, last time we played, we started to sally forth from the temple we had consecrated, and deeper into the city to try to overthrow the undead menace. Now, interesting thing for me, being a D&D player for a long time, some of the monsters that the DM chose to throw at us, I'm interested to see if that's foreshadowing of something else going on, or if they were just random monsters he picked. But he used ethereal, I want to say maulers and filchers. And I'm curious to see if there's long-term ramifications that we're going to face from that or not. Currently, we've destroyed a pretty hefty undead beast, and we've taken refuge in a temple of the dwarf god. And we're going to reconsecrate that, and hopefully that'll help push back the tide of the undead a little bit more. And the DM and myself are talking about next year, and we're going to have a smaller group because, as far as we know, at least 2, maybe 3 people in our group will be graduating, which we'll have to see how that goes. But I'm sure if we need to find people, we'll be able to find people to fill the spots. We also came to the conclusion there's really only like 3 weeks of D&D left, maybe 4, but it's going to be coming to a wrap-up here soon, and I will keep you guys up to date on all the action that we will be facing as that happens. Now, moving into the Dark Heresy game that I'm running, Tuesday night was a funny session, because my players and I were sitting around just, talking before the game began, and they were saying how they've talked to people, and the people they talked to were like, wow, you guys haven't almost died already? You guys haven't, had really close brushes with character death. And the way I run my games when I'm a game master is I generally try not to just outright kill my characters. I like to make tricky situations, and situations in which if they're dumb, they will die. But if they play well, they won't die. I don't like to punish players just because I want them to lose. And generally, I think shines through in the game we've been playing so far. Yeah, they've come close to death. They've been in the negatives. They've taken critical damage, but it hasn't been super serious. Well, Tuesday night, it got pretty serious because it was the end of a mass battle, and I threw in a little bit of a boss situation with guys with special weapons and heavier weapons that they had to deal with. And flamethrowers in Dark Heresy are just disgustingly good. It's the regular flamethrower is a 30-foot cone, a 30-meter. The game is in meters, so I think it's a 30-meter cone. Everything under it is hit automatically. It needs to make an agility test or take a hit, and if they don't make the agility test, they have to make another agility test to see if they catch on fire. So there's 2 guys with flamethrowers they had to deal with, and there was 5 rocket launchers, but the rocket launchers weren't shooting at them every turn. It ended up that the cleric of the group, which a cleric in Dark Heresy is a lot different than a cleric in D&D. The Dark Heresy cleric is a imperial preacher, kind of a beat stick. He ended up having to burn a fate point. In Dark Heresy, you get a certain number of fate points. You can use them to re-roll, you can use them to heal, or if you die, you burn one and you lose it permanently. He had to do that to keep from dying. So now he's down to 2 fate points. The psyker of the group got slapped with a flamethrower pretty early on in the encounter, and he was unconscious for quite a while. our tech priest, he ended up getting unconscious after he took a round of shooting from assault rifles. And our sniper was the one that stayed conscious throughout the entire encounter. However, he had a really tight run spot where he got hit with 3 frag missiles. They didn't hit him directly or he would be dead. They scattered around him and he got hit by the shrapnel, the blast, but it's still, I think everyone currently is either in negative hit points or at 0 hit points. Maybe there's 1 or 2 of them that have like 1 or 2 hit points. So they're going to have at most a day to recover in-game before they have to go out and do another combat. And I think this is what makes Dark Heresy such a fun and just brutal system is it's not like D&D where there's healing magic. You don't get to heal, or you can't be like, I'm going to rest, get my spells back, heal. No, it doesn't happen that way. And it can get pretty ugly. It did there Tuesday night. And I don't know if we're going to do that tonight, if we're going to play a board game, but if we do that tonight, I'll let you know how it goes next week for the group. Which, that game's coming to an end too, because the semester's wrapping up. So we'll have to decide if next semester we're going to do Dark Heresy again, or if we're going to do something else. Now, some things that are coming up, they're not so much related to gaming up here at college, though, I mean, I guess they kind of are. A buddy of mine asked if there'd be any way we could play War Machine up here at some point. I don't know, because it's tricky to bring minis up to college, but it'd be something I'd consider. But what I'm most excited about is all this week I have been tortured because my Colossal arrived Monday. It arrived the same day that I had to come, I was up here. So I'm not actually going to get to see it until tomorrow. And I've decided, because I want to do that as a project video, like a build video, to share with you guys as I do it, that no matter what, despite how excited I am to see what it looks like, I will wait to open the box until I can do an unboxing video so that we can open the box together. So that'll hopefully be going up this weekend. I know the Lich Lord and myself are going to be hanging out tomorrow night, hopefully, and we'll have the camera, set it up, I'll do an unboxing video, I'll show you all the parts with it. We can ooh and ah together. And then the next video I do of it, it might be me working on putting it together, or it might just be a video of showing you different pieces of the model assembled. And then I will eventually have a video of it all together, where I talk about how much fun or not fun it was to put together, and hopefully it'll be undercoated in that video. I can't make any promises about it being painted because it's a huge model, and I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to tackle it. The thought has crossed my mind to find somebody with an airbrush and ask them to paint it for me, because I think an airbrush painting would look better than hand painting. But I'll make that decision when that comes there. But that's like the big thing that's going to be coming up here on the channel. So that's going to do it for us here today at Poolshed Games and on the Quest for Gaming at College. Also, this weekend we're going to be announcing hopefully some changes that we're going to be doing with the channel. But I have to talk to Lich Lord about that first. And we'll be rolling those out and telling you guys probably Saturday night, Sunday night. So hopefully you enjoy the video, and we'll see you next time here at Poolshed Games.